Welcome back to my channel, my T-Babes. We welcome you here. If you're not a T-Babe, you know you're welcome with open arms, nothing but love over here. So I'm back with another video. This one is gonna be like a storytelling and a tutorial in one. So y'all get 2 in 1. Y'all can't beat that. You can't beat it. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. Let's go. U-part rig. If you don't know what a U-part rig is, it's pretty much a rig that have an opening, about that much of an opening, about that much, for the natural hair can lay over it. My bad, girl. For the natural hair can lay over it. It doesn't have any lace or anything like that. It's a U-part rig. It's like one of the oldest rigs that somebody can make or whatever, you know. And it's very easy. You just keep going into a horseshoe. So I will show y'all. For the first step, what you would need in this video is some thread, your needles, and a cap. So I'm using a dome cap. For U-part units, I like to use a dome cap because they are more snug, and you really don't need a cap with adjustable band in the back for a U-part unit. You really don't, because you can always add combs to your cap. I'm gonna tell you a little story. So as a kid, I was very chill. I would like to think that I was a good kid. I just was one of those kids that didn't like for people to try me. Come on. So if you try me, most definitely it was a problem. You feel me? And I'm just one of them people, like, you can't expect somebody to not pop off if you keep on, you know, messing with them. So one day I was in school, and I had to be about in the fourth or fifth grade. So I was in school, and the school that I went to, it was called Empire. Well, it was called Empire Computer Center. It was a computer school. I ain't doing shit at computers, so y'all can see. But it was supposed to be like a little business type school. You should realize I've been to a lot of business schools. Anyway, one day we was in the auditorium. You know, the guy with the animals was coming.
Bit me in the butt.
And showing off different animals and stuff like that. So I got down to the auditorium. And y'all gonna meet y'all here too. So I'm working with a 22, a 20, and an 18 water rays. So of course we're gonna start with the longest. If y'all new to this, always start with the longest inch. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So we was in the auditorium, and I'm sitting there, and I keep feeling something kick the back of my chair. Now, oh my gosh. As I turned around, it was this guy. Now, I simply told the boy to stop kicking the back of my chair, but he didn't. So about like the 3rd or 4th time he did it, I got up and we end up fighting. Y'all do not judge me when I say this, but he was a little person. But at the time, we was both in the same grade. We was pretty much the same height, you know, but he was a little person. So I did beat up a, I did beat up a little person, but it was very fair because we was the same height though. Like it wasn't like I was way taller than him or anything. Like no, we was in the same grade, the same height. Look here, okay? So I ended up getting kicked, but I didn't get kicked out of school. I got suspended for about 4 or 5 days. But soon as I got back to school, I got suspended once again. I promise you I was not a bad kid. And this time was for fighting a guy over a female. Now, he was mad because I was talking to the girl, and I don't know why I even talked to her because she wasn't all of that. Bruh. But anyway, as I think back on it, he could have just had her. But we ended up fighting. We in the hallway. We working. And when I say, baby, well, he swung me into the locker. So my forehead started bleeding. Like all of this right here, like my forehead, like right above my eyebrow, was leaking. So I had to go down to the I would have to go down to the nurse because of my forehead. It was just leaking, y'all. It was just it was leaking. So after I left the nurse, after she did all the patchwork and all of that stuff, of course, he was in gym. Like our gym class was like right there, like right after or whatever. Man, listen. I went back to class. We ended up fighting again, but this time it was in the gym. And when I say I got his ass back, like that fight was not about to end with me just getting my head swung into a damn locker. So we ended up fighting again. I got suspended from school for another 5 days. Another incident was when I was on the school bus, because I caught the school bus to school. Seatbelts, everyone! Because like, where I stayed at, it was like not really far, but it was far if you was gonna walk. Like it was far enough. So after school, I got on the bus. I'm sitting there. My brother rode the bus with me too, my big brother, and we on the bus. It's these 2 boys. One of them is in my grade. He actually was in my class. And the other one is in the class lower, right below. So, the little brother was eating sunflower seeds. Spit the seeds in my direction. So as he's spitting the seeds in my direction, I'm literally like, dude, like, can you stop, like, spitting the seeds this way, like, don't let it hit me. So he stopped for a minute. Then, next thing you know, he started back. One of them ended up hitting me. So I'm like, man, this think I'm straight or something. So, when he spit the last sunflower seed out that ended up landing, I'll pet you all because it landed. I hate this damn thing. Like my string always get caught. Okay, it landed like right on my shoe. but I felt like that was still like kind of disrespectful because I done asked you multiple times to not spit your seeds, your sunflower shells in my direction. So once that happened, I literally like lost it. So I got up. No, I got up, y'all. And when I got up, it was like in the fighting the little brother. We worked. Then, as you know, the big brother gonna hop in. Man, I ended up beating both of them up at the same damn time. Okay? You know, I'm just, and like I said before, y'all, I'm just one of them people that really don't like to be misread. You know, just, you know, I don't really do drama and all like that. No, I don't. Fight for what? Too much energy. Gotta be used. But this particular time, that energy has to be used because if I didn't fight, he was just going to continue to do bullshit things, thinking that he can get away with it. So we on the bus, we fight. The big brother ended up hopping on my back, so I slung him off of me. Whoop! Slung him off. Still working with the little brother. Still working with the little brother, y'all. I'm still working with the little brother. So I'm working. Got two brothers on me. Left them both going off the bus, leaking. I got suspended off the school bus for 10 days. I had to spend a night at my aunt's house because she stayed closer to the school. So I had to spend a night at her house in order to go to school. Y'all, I spent a night at my aunt's house for 10 days, y'all. I was ready to go home. Like, my bad good ass, I'm good. I was a good kid. And like my auntie, she cool, but y'all know, like, you just want to be at home, period. You just want to be at home. That's anybody. And I literally stayed over there for my whole suspension. And my mama did not feel bad at all, because she was like, Jim, you was fighting. You run this on yourself. And da, da, da. I was like, what? I had to fight though. Like, I had to. Yeah, my brother said it. Like, I had to. Dude thought shit was sweet. Both of them. So, after that, I ended up going back to I went, when I got back to the school, I ended up getting kicked out, y'all, to be honest with y'all. That's what happened. I ended up getting kicked out of the damn school from fighting so damn much. But it was never like my fault though. Like, it was never me wanting to fight. To a school that was closer to my grandmother's house, where I was staying at the time with my mother. Ended up going to the school called Harvey Rice. It was weird because Harvey Rice was inside of another school. It was like we was inside of Jesse Owens' building, but we was actually Harvey Rice. Stupid shit. And I was there all the way up from, I think, the 6th to the 8th. But once I got there, I didn't get in no fights at Harvey Rice at all. It was just a smooth sailing. Okay? Now, I don't know why I got into so many fights at Empire. I just don't know. But at Harvey Rice, I didn't get into no fights. Everybody was cool with everybody, for the most part. The only people that we really had to fight was the project kids that used to be outside waiting for us, like on some weird shit, like they don't got shit else to do. So like, those are the kids that we really had to fight, but I ain't never really had to fight. So that's like all of my school fights for real. I believe I have more school fights than that. I just can't really remember. But outside of school, it was this one time, it was at my grandmother's house, and like everybody, all the kids on the street, we all was cool with each other. We called each other, brothers and sisters. So this one particular day, I'm in the house with my brother. We chilling. We watching TV, and our friend come running down the street, knocking on everybody's door. Just knocking on everybody's door, like,
open the fuck up.
So, like, we ran to the door. We opened the door. We're like, "What's up, man? What's wrong, man? What's wrong?" Man, my brother said, he was like, "Man, yo, they trying to jump me. So we like, "Who?" So he ain't say who. He just kept running. He went to the next house, knocking on their door. So pretty much he getting all of our friends to come outside, pretty much, right? So we all came out. We brought out the dog and everything, yo. So the neighbor was like, hold on, y'all, give us chocolates. Chocolate was my dog. They're like, give us chocolate, give me chocolate. Why y'all go up there? Give me chocolate. I'll go chocolate. And usually chocolate wouldn't go to nobody, like, y'all. Chocolate was like a mean, evil dog. He didn't like nobody. So for this particular day, he actually went to her, and we standing in the middle of the street, and they up the street in the middle of the street. So it was like, man, there was so many kids that chased my friend home. So we was like, yo, like what? So we like, okay, we about to just go up there, and we gonna go up there. We just gonna go start swinging. So we was like, all right, bet, that's what we gonna do. So his sister came outside. His sister Tasia, man, R.I.P. Tay, R.I.P. So she came outside and she was like, hell no, anybody about to fucking fight my brother? And she was the big sister or whatever. But y'all, if y'all knew my friend, like if y'all could see my little sis, man, she was so tiny and skinny. But baby had power. Don't fuck with her. So we ended up we just ended up all just rushing up the street. But let me tell y'all. So one of our friends, his ass gonna say, no, wait. Who y'all really wanna fight? Like, why are you asking them who they really wanna fight? Like, nigga, we about to just go up here and fight. Like, they over here. What you mean? They chase one of our niggas home. We supposed to go up here and work. So they're like, the skinny dude. So the skinny dude was my brother. Skinny dark skin dude. That's my brother. So they was like, they wanted him. So our friend, right? He gonna say, get out there, man. That nigga said, get out there, man. Go Is you gonna fight? So we all just looked at this nigga like, bruh, you are rushing up there. So we working, my brother working with somebody. Kenny is the Henny man on the street. He's the one that like kind of fix everything. There's something wrong, he's gonna fix it for you. So he was outside and he was like, shit, they came on y'all turf, they on y'all turf, shit, this y'all shit. So he pumping us up and shit. The other neighbor is on the top porch yelling at my brother because she know about my brother's heart condition. So she's like, y'all got him out there now. He can't fight. Mike, you can't be fighting. No. So we was like, man, fuck all of that, man. We out here, we working. So I'm working with some little nigga. I don't even, look, I'm just working with anybody who come up. So we working with them. They start, somehow, I don't know where this attitude for my bike came from, but they had a whole attitude and they was swinging that bitch. Like trying to hit us with that shit. Like, man, what? What? Where did you even get that shit from? So, we ended up fighting them. My little sis Tay out there working with the girls and stuff. Like, it was just a whole bang out. It was crazy. He is like, that's how we used to do that. Like, we used to, like, if you fuck with one of our friends, one of our brothers, or one of our sisters, like, that's what we call each other, period. If you fucking with one of us, then you don't get all of us then. Like, everybody is gonna want that ass. Because now, you're fucking with the whole crew. You feel me? You're not just fucking, you're not messing with one person, you're messing with the whole crew. So yeah, we gonna bang on your ass. All of us. Period. They tell my mama what happened. Shit, no y'all didn't. Y'all was really out here fighting like that. They like, yeah, they was fighting. Mama like, oh my God. Like, girl, we had to do what we had to do. They chased our nigga home. What? We can't just let that shit slide. And like, it was funny because like, me and Mama used to fight like real brothers. Like, like real brothers. Like, we used to fight like real brothers. And become cool, within 3-4 minutes after the fight. But that's how you know, like, when you, as a kid or as a teenager, when you fight with somebody like that you are, like, that you grew up with, and y'all fight, like, fist fight, and y'all become cool right after, that's how y'all think it's for real. I'm doing y'all, I just started going back and forth. I'm not cutting the riff just yet. I will start cutting them once I get about here. That way it won't be too bulky. And we are doing a U-part where you really don't have to have your tracks close to each other. Especially when you are doing curly hair. Any texture hair you do not need for your tracks to be extremely close. Done with the first bundle. About to be on the second bundle now. So as you can see, like, my stitching is very, very flat. Very flat. Very, very flat. You want it to be flat. You don't want it to be bulky. My stitching is pretty close together. They are pretty close together. I have seen people do it with close stitching, rod stitching. If you do your stitching a little rider, what's gonna happen is that the track is gonna do this. You're gonna give it room to move, to crinkle up and stuff like that. So you really don't want to give it too much room, that way it won't move, it's just remain flat. So yeah, let's continue. My real brother, we really didn't fight much, but it was this one particular time, y'all. Like I said before, I'm just the type of person, leave me alone. You know how they say, don't fuck with the quiet ones? Don't. That's very true, because that is me. I literally mind my business. Like, one day, I'm going to start cutting these riffs too. I'm going to start cutting the riffs, that way it can be flat. So y'all will see me cutting too. But one day, we was outside playing basketball. We was in the backyard of Man's house playing ball, right? So, I don't know what made my brother want to, like, slam me as I'm trying to score a fucking basket. He decides to slam me. So I'm going up, back. He pulls on my arm and slings me to the ground. Excuse me. Y'all, when I say that shit pissed me the fuck off, my little ass got the fuck up. All I saw was red. Bad as fuck. So I just started fighting my brother. We started working. And as we are fighting each other like two niggas off the street. I ended up running across the street to my grandmother's house, and I ended up grabbing the hedge cutters that you trim the bushes with. I had those, and I got those out the garage, and I literally was gonna kill my brother that day. It was gonna happen. It was literally, I love the nigga. I love you, Blackie. But your ass was gonna get killed that day. They're like, oh no, Jim. No, Jim, don't do that shit, man. No, JT. Kenny, like I told y'all, like Kenny didn't watch everybody on my grandma's street grow up. Like, it's crazy. So Kenny was like, oh, no, let me call their mom. So my mama ended up coming home when she got the call, because she didn't work too far away from the house. She ended up coming home. Baby, when she came home, well, before she even came home, y'all, let me tell y'all, I'm literally outside trying to cut my brother with the hedges. People literally telling me, don't do it. They trying to stop me. So Kenny ended up grabbing me. He ended up grabbing me and taking the hedges, right, out of my hands. Now, after that had happened, my brother ended up locking himself in the house. He ended up locking himself in the house. So he pretty much locked me outside, y'all. And Kenny had put me down, and he had put the hedges down too. And so I ended up grabbing them again, running to the back door. It was locked, of course, because he ended up locking himself in the fucking house. And I just go ahead and destroy my grandmother's screen on the window, trying to get in the house. And I don't know how I thought I was going to get in, because she clearly had bars. So I just was so angry. I just was literally was trying to get to my brother. Until my mama had came home. They ready to the rope. I had been rub it down and shit. Like, I just felt like, this nigga been slamming me, mom. Like, we were playing basketball and he just ended up slinging me to the ground. Like, slang my baby to the fucking ground. Like, my brother did not fuck with me from that day. Like, me and that nigga never got into a fight or argument ever since. Like that. I was gonna kill his ass. I was gonna be in jail. But at the time I was gonna be in Julie for killing my goddamn brother. I had fought my dad once because my dumb ass lied about having my jacket. Where was my jacket at? After he picked me up from school from my grandmother's house, I didn't have my jacket on and it was a little chilly. And I was like, oh, let me in my locker. Nigga, my book bag puffy as fuck. That bitch in my book bag. He was like, why would you lie? So he gonna end up whooping me outside. Like all the drug dealers, everybody outside. He wanna whoop me outside in front of everybody. And I don't like being embarrassed. I don't want people, you ain't about to embarrass me. Hell no. So, I'm swinging on him. Swinging on my father. Look, y'all. Look. I'm swinging on my dad. I told him to get the fuck off me. What you say, boy? What you say? Get the fuck off you. Oh, wait till we get home. Yo, I really told my dad get the fuck off me. I had to lie about my jacket. Like, he'd be like, it's my book bag. He probably would be like, just, alright, put it on, it's chilly. I left her in my locker. Looking stupid as fuck, funny as fuck. But once we got home, he like, yeah, you want punishment. No TV, da. But my dad, y'all, he was one of them dads, like, he'll put you on punishment, but guess what? Within an hour, he gonna come in the room and be like, alright, you can watch TV, you can play the game. Like, he could never ever stick with his punishments. Like, now my mother, on the other hand, sure, you want punishment, you want punishment. But my dad he could never stick with it. He just never could. Yo, ass be on punishment for 10 seconds. That's it. They used to blame everything on my brother. That way he could get in trouble. And 99% of the time, that shit worked out in my favor. Until that one time, my mama called me. I didn't see her standing at the door, and she's gonna say, I'm up there in the bedroom, Mom, he hitting me, get off me, And my mama right there the whole time looking at me. She said, yo, why the fuck would you be doing like that? I said, So I'm gonna continue working my way up, y'all. I will come back and finish off the last bundle. I'll be right back. Last bundle. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed my little story time. Don't judge me for being up a little person. I love little people. I do. It's just I was a kid and he was a kid and he made a choice. He made a decision. And I made a decision. And that decision was to be his ass. My grades is not good for a foundation for like a sewing or anything. They only good for like just to throw a rig. I have grades for it, you know? man. So all of this is gonna get cut off. Then I spray some water. Hold on. I forgot my water. So I'm just gonna spray some water. I enjoyed this video, this little story time, man. Y'all watching me do this U-Part unit. It's a classic, traditional U-Part. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all for watching. Let's go.